us to identify the outcrop. This is outcrop. The outcrop meaning the exact occurrence of the rock. The exact occurrence of the rock, where we can measure the deep and strike that they are measuring now. This is all from the sequence of Kayan formation, from bottom up to the top of the Gunung Sentubong, which formed by sandstone, mudstone, and conglomerate. So this is a sandstone part, very thinly bed, maybe 10 cm.
So merah ke putih Jatuh?
Putih.
Who are not well versed about this one. Jadi this was the sand accumulated. The deposition is from the upriver.
From the Kayan sandstone bed,
Yes.
which is formed by the sandstone bedding, eroded, weathering, eroded, and deposited all within the lowland area.
Rather than from the sea. Rather than from the sea,
Yes.
It's all from the.
It's all from the Sentubong
upriver.
million years ago. Young in terms of
Geological time.
geological time, 15 to 20 million Miocene time.
Yeah. So this the debris accumulated how many feet? To 2,000 meters.
It depends, but we are continuously having the debris material down here, like in between the Damai Resort and the Central. You see the Muara there, you can see the debris. Our department is from time to time monitoring this area, particularly this side. But the other side, no human being. Tanjung Bang, the other side, it's not really worried because no residential there. But this side is tourism area. Kaca Village here, Damai Central here.
Okay, one question. The Kayan formation is later on overlapped by this Pedawan formation, which is mainly clay, the other side.
The Pedawan formation, the older. Pedawan formation, the Kayan overlay the Pedawan formation, unconformably. We have the evidence in Tanjung Tegok, the culvert resort, and then also one side is very clear, just next to the culvert, very clear the unconformable boundary.
The Pedawan formation comes first.
Yes, Pedawan formation comes
mainly clay.
Interbedded as well, interbedded sandstone, but thinly bedded sandstone, dominant mudstone and shell. Some of them already folded, and then you can see very clearly folded.
But the Kayan formation is predominantly sandstone.
Kayan is dominantly sandstone. Kayan is the oldest continental deposit at the delta and Muara and also the stream, the river. But Pedawan is the deep marine deposition up to shallow marine deposition. That's why you can find the fossil from the ancient marine life. Kuyong lama kita dulu.
Now, for this one, you see that the rock is very resistant, and it's a sandstone. Sandstone normally is not resistant. It is what do you call that? Sandstone has been buried for a very long time, then become hardened, subject to certain heat. It's not totally metamorphosed.
It depends.
Halfway.
If already metamorphosed, that's getting very hard.
Very hard.
The hardness is quite strong.
So the sandstone that we see, the Batu Bergambar, that is also sandstone.
That's also sandstone from Kayan.
But is it a metamorphic sandstone?
Yes, it's a little bit.
No.
Actually, within this area, there are a few places intruded by the igneous, the lead magma intrusion, which can metamorphose. We call it metamorphose, to transform it physically and chemically into different rock type, metamorph rock type. That's what we consider.
But not enough to form the new rock.
It's still a meta. We can use the meta sandstone or meta shell, meta sediment. Very general.
What do you call that?
The grade of the metamorphism is still low to moderate, not the high grade of metamorphism. If the high metamorphism, we can found it in the Pasir Panjang there, Tanjung Said, Hongfel. But the one is from Pedawan. Pedawan formation after the intrusion of the igneous Pulau Salak, the intrusion Pulau Salak, and also somewhere dekat Kampung Buah there. And then there's a little bit higher grade of metamorphism, hornfels and quartzite. Those from sandstone transform into quartzite.
And full metamorphism.
Yes, that's a quite high.
But they are also halfway.
Yes.
Okay, that's
this one we call it general metamorphism. General, it's not really. Not the what you call contact metamorphism. Contact metamorphism normally higher.
But this one is deep underground.
Deep underground. Must be the intrusion, but deep under the ground. Or somewhere from the far intrusion.
Okay. So you guys understand, huh? Ada angin-angin sikit, huh? Try to understand.
So in geotourism, we try to highlight the geological history. Like I said just now, from the bottom of the marine. Deep marine, atau shallow marine, up to the continental deposit, muara sungai ataupun sungai. That's the difference of the evolution of geology. So,
okay, we learn a lot from you.
Thank you. In fact, Padawan Formation actually, the Padawan Formation is the edge of the formation is Jurassic to Cretaceous. We supposed to have the dinosaur fossil. Within the edge. But during that time, we are in the under the sea.
No dinosaur.
If there is dinosaur, also maybe washed away by the current. You see. But the same rock in West Malaysia, in Thailand, Korat, the same edge, they found very nice dinosaur fossils.
So you mean to say in West Malaysia there are some fossils?
Yes,
from dinosaur origins.
Because of the difference of the continental during the certain time. During Jurassic in Cretaceous, they are already the land, but ours is still under the sea. So that's the difference.
So how long ago this place rise up above the sea level?
Also 10 to 15 million as well. Maybe 7 million to up to 15 million. The process is quite long.
That means this land is this is under the sea. Under the sea.
The one is Padawan is under the sea, and then the Kayan itself is either in the muara sungai or di sungai. Big river, like Sungai Sarawak sekarang or Sungai Batarajang sekarang. This Kayan formation, deposited.
So was this under the sea?
This is the first continental deposit in Sarawak, Kayan, the first. Yang terawal pengenapan di daratan, semara di muara sungai ataupun di sungai, Kayan.
But you're saying that the first continental, that means it belongs to the mainland Eurasia continent, the West Asia.
When the continental get raised up, almost to form the continental land, and then this sequence of deposition deposited.
So this is the first area to be above the sea level, you mean?
From the continental, di muara sungai, daratan.
The best main rock.
The best main rock terendap di sekitaran daratan. Muara sungai kah, ataupun di seashore.
So the Lupa line, north of Lupa line, that is the northern part of Sarawak. That is the deposition from the sea. That's where you get the Kayan.
Yeah, that's much younger. Lupa line is main boundary.
Is this one go above the sea level? Is it because of the rising of the continental shelf or the decrease of the
both? The tectonic compression, the tectonic to put it up. Then the lowering of sea level also contribute to put it up. And then not one time. The sea level can be up, can be down. We can see the evidence, especially in the limestone area.
Now,
so is it still increasing?
I didn't know that. So I went to Gunung Kading. I pretend not to know. I asked him another question. Ujung-ujung dia jadi guide. Aku dengar.
Siapa?
Orang putih. I'm always like that. I pretend I don't know, But I know a bit. I know granite and all these things. So I asked him, macam ni tu. Oh, dia suka lagi ajar tu. Jadinya jadi guide aku. Udah je aku jadi kena bayar asyik kelakar.
But the boundary is not as boundary in National Park. National Park, you remember just now? You can see the fence. The boundary between the National Park. For your park, there's no boundary. But that is the boundary on the paper where this kampung inclusive in the area, this development area, this quarry, and also the most important is the conservation element. We have 6 or 7 national park within this area, and also the nature reserve within the Sarawak Delta Geopark area. The main nucleus of geopark is geosite, geoheritage site. We call it geosite or geotapak in Malay. In the geopark development, there must have the geosite. At least for the national geopark level, 15 to 20 geosites. If in the UNESCO level, we must have at least 20 up to 30 geosites. Because all of that geosite list will contribute different mark during the assessment. But in geopark, we're not only talking about rock, not only talking about geosite. We must have the biosite. That's why we had the biosite for Taman Negara Sendubong, biosite for Nato, and also the cultural site. The first and most significant cultural site in Sarawak Delta Geopark is Culture Village. That's why you put the first info panel in front of the area, the international line just now. The first cultural site in Sarawak Delta Geopark, the most significant. The second one we put in the Kampung Jagoi Duyuh, the community there. We are looking for a few other things which culture site which represent some other community culture, Malay culture, Bedayuh Bau, Bedayuh Pedawan, and so maybe some other different time in Sarawak Delta Geopark. So the geopark is integrate all of the what they call it, semua jadi natural resources, cultural heritage, natural heritage, and also socio-economic activities. If there is the restaurant to try to promote the economy,
Your food.
laksa, it's endemic in our Sarawak again. Kuih lapis for example, ikan turbot. This is our pride. This is Sarawak punya food. So that one also we inclusive in the geopark. We try to introduce the very new tourism activity we call geotourism. Geotourism, where we plan to produce or establish the geotrail. The geotrail to connect all of this geosite, biosite, and cultural site. Maybe can take 5 or 8 hours for the trek, and it's up to the Ministry of Tourism to estimate the package, and then maybe can advise the tourism tour how they can charge the tourists. It's inclusive of everything, including the semengok, including the private activities, socio-economic program. That's all about.
Okay, so for this geopark is stretched from here, Santubong, all the way to?
Trace from all the coastal area, from Rembungan, Ragai, all the coastal area Ragai, including the island, Satang Besar, Satang Kecil, Tukung Banun, Tukung Ara, Sempadi, Sentubong, Bako, goes down up to the Pumoh Island, Puncak Punio, all within the Sarawak River Basin. All within Sarawak. That's why it's very easy for us to justify. It's all within Sarawak River Basin. That's why we use the word Sarawak Delta Geopark. We try to highlight the morphology of delta itself.
And from the geological aspect of this geopark, what are the significant things that?
Okay, we have a few from the rock formation itself. We have at least 12 or 11 rock formation, the different rock formation, which evident and represent the geological history previously, million of years ago, up to 250 million years ago. We have the oldest rock in Kuching, the Tuang Cyst formation. The oldest rock about 360 million years ago. That's the oldest basement in Kuching. Followed up the so many rock formation sequence up to the very young beach deposition. Pasir-pasir ni, this is very young deposition. All the beach, sandy beach. That's the recent that we can see now. The deposition that we can see. That's how the dynamic is the geological processes in this Sarawak Delta Geopark.
Okay, look, thank you.
There's a lot of people for the geotourism. This one, we can see the very outcrop, the fresh outcrop there.